Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Whitney here with Topcon Solutions. I am the territory Eastern US manager for Topcon Solutions on the software side of things. I will be talking today with Ryan Sweeney. We're going to be demonstrating some real civil infrastructure workflows, talking about mobile scanning and mass data and how we'll be capturing the data, but also how we'll be processing it and sharing that data all with Autodesk solutions. So, really about the seamless integration between Topcon and Autodesk hardware and software. So without further ado, Ryan, I'll turn it to you.
Hey guys. Hey guys, I'm Ryan Sweeney and I'm an applications engineer at Topcon Solutions. So I'm going to start by talking to you guys about the Falcon 8 Plus today, and that is our octocopter. So you can see here, it's our nice big UAV. It has basically a DSLR camera on it, so we can get some really nice, good, high resolution photos, which is going to get us some really nice data. The great thing about it is it's super easy to fly, and once you get on your job site or even beforehand, you're going to map out the coverage area that you want to fly. So say the bounds of your job, and you're going to be able to program how many photos you want by saying the overlap and just how accurate you want with the ground sampling distance, which makes it nice and simple and easy. And once you get those parameters in, you're basically going to say, all right, let's start this mission. The drone's going to go right up in the air on its own, fly the mission, take the images on its own, and come back and land once it's all said and done, which makes it really easy on you and being able to collect large amounts of data very quickly and easily. So once that Falcon is all done flying and comes back and lands, we're able to take that data set and go right into Recap Photo. So Recap Photo will let us process all those images and get us nice, good 3D data. So what it's looking for is basically just kind of walks you right through everything that it needs. So right now it's basically just asking us for the photos. You open up Recap Photo, we're doing a new project, and it just wants to know, okay, the most important part, where are these photos? So we're basically coming in here, we're selecting all, and we're going to say open. So once those photos are opened inside of Recap Photo, we're going to come right down here and we're going to add some GCPs. So we imported them in, and we're going to go right into one of the photos. These are all geolocated, just like the images are. So GCP1 knows that it's near this group of photos right here. So we can just select into one and then zoom right on in, right to where I know I shot that GCP on that corner of that paint right there, and select OK. And we're going to do that through all those photos on each GCP. And from here, we're going to hit create and start the upload process of those photos into Recap Photo so we can get our good, accurate 3D data and orthometric photo to be able to bring in and use in Recap later on. Next, we're going to talk about the RDM1. And the RDM1 is our mobile mapping tool. So this is a LiDAR unit that gets mounted right to the back of a pickup truck like you're about to see here. And using GPS data and the LiDAR unit, you're driving down the road and scanning the entire road surface and getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of points along it, which are nice and accurate, which some of you guys who might be familiar with photogrammetry know roads don't always come out very accurate. And that's where the RDM1 steps in, fills those gaps, and gets you really good, accurate data on your road surfaces. So that way, your topos outside of the road are good and accurate, and you can do them quick and efficiently. And now your roads are good, accurate, and you can do them quickly and efficiently. And it's very nice and simple. You're basically driving up and down your road, capturing that data. And once you're done driving, we can come back over and take all that data set right into Magnet Collage on your laptop or desktop and begin processing. It's really as simple as importing the data and hitting process with the GPS base station data. And with that, you're going to get some really good looking data. So because everything is geolocated, it's all going to populate right where it needs to. So we can see here, these are the roads that we scanned, all popped right onto a nice good map view. So we can say, okay, yeah, this data is where it really needs to be. We can also take this and turn it right into a 3D view. So that way we can inspect it in 3D, spin it around, and make sure that our point cloud is actually good and it is what we're looking for. And you can actually see here cracks in the road where they went to fill it in, all the paint lines, all the paint markings, all that stands out very well with this intensity view, which makes it really easy to come back and survey and monitor for those cracks, the paint lines, edge of pavements, and just have good, accurate 3D data for that road surface. And from here, we're going to go right into Recap to actually merge these two different data sets together. And from here, I'm going to let Joey take it away.
So what Ryan did there was amazing. We use these really smart, complex tools to capture data in an intuitive way and then process the data pretty seamlessly. So we're going to be talking about a few different applications here, and I know we've already mentioned Magnet, but as we get further into the Autodesk ecosystem, it could be daunting because you could think, oh, I've got all these different AutoCAD applications, but Recap is by far the easiest to use application there is out there. It handles large data sets in a very simple and easy way to navigate and flip the model, view everything, and it just auto renders as you move around and navigate, because it's again a very dense point cloud. So what we have here is we have both the data sets merged, and we have the ability to turn on and off the layers, which is really important. Maybe we don't want to see the drone data, but we do want to see the scan data, so we can verify its accuracy, all that sort of stuff, see how it fits and lines up with the drone data. So once you have an RCS or RCP file format, you can go from there and take it into your other CAD applications, which is kind of mandatory at this stage. As we know, most Autodesk applications want that RCP or RCS file format for point cloud data. We're going to take it a step further. We actually want to clean up the data and extract elements and objects out and actually really analyze that point cloud. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it to another application, InfraWorks, which is, we think about it more of a conceptual tool, but it actually has some real handy point cloud and drone features inside of it. So, again, we can bring in all this. It's all, geo-positioned according to the other applications that we went through. So Ryan so kindly went through and talked about how Magnet showed off and its correct application, correct coordinate systems, and all that sort of stuff. It does the same thing here in InfraWorks. Comes in, it knows where it's at. If we were to do the digital terrain and turn on background data, it would do an overlay of exactly where it's at. But here we need to clean up the data. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to toggle on the point cloud terrain. So it'll just take a second. And once this is done, what it's going to do is it's actually going to provide us the point cloud data of the surface, essentially. So we'll look at that. Notice it shows all the contours, comes in very nicely. And then we can do something with that data. We can actually do linear feature extraction. So whether we want to look at the curbs, the line work, or anything, what it's going to do is it's automatically going to do what we call linear feature extraction. It's going to run through and find all the lines or shapes of that similar type, and it's going to create a line for it. And then we can extract that data, which is just remarkable. So you can see here we've got all of the line work, outlining the road. Again, we can toggle on and off all the layers. And once we have this data, it becomes pretty seamless to get it to the next application, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do an export and bring it into Civil 3D. So importing from Civil 3D, again, it's very simple. These two applications talk really well to each other. So you could bring in the XML, you could bring in whatever you want. And again, the data is all geo-located. It knows where it's at all times. It's all geo-located. So here we are in Civil 3D. We have all of this dense data that we've been able to extract from an even denser point cloud. Gives us pretty much everything that we need to start from existing conditions. So you can bring in the orthos, but you can also bring in the lines that we extracted from InfraWorks. So using the linear feature extraction, we were able to extract those lines. If you recall, we were able to bring those in as well. Once the data is in here, again, it's easy for us to toggle on and off layers. We can use that data however we want. And then from there, it really just becomes exporting it in however format that we need to get it to. So in this instance, we're going to be exporting via PDF. So, run through, we want to make sure it fits on our page correctly. It comes in beautifully. It's very rich. if you zoomed in, you see those orthomosaics pretty clearly.
Okay, guys, and from here, I'm going to take back over, and we're going to go take this PDF that we just exported right on out of Civil 3D, and we're going to bring it right into PlanGrid. PlanGrid's a really awesome tool. You can actually access it from just about any device. So whether it's your iPhone, iPad, any Android device, anything with a web browser, Windows 10, you can access all of these PDFs right from it. So what we did here is we created a new project called Fairfield Beach for this, and pre-uploaded that PDF. So right now we're loading right on in. You can see our Fairfield Beach project. So any updates that we do to this, say we another flight, it'll update automatically that one particular sheet with a new revision. You'll get notifications on it. Easy to, just hit refresh and get those updates if something got pushed in the middle of the night. And from here, you can see the nice big color photo that we did, that we exported it out, how nice and easy and quickly it moves around. And this is going to be just as easy to move around on your phone, your iPad, whatever. It's really nice, very lightweight, and it's really easy to make annotations, text markups. So like if you needed to say like, hey, we need to make sure we repaint this, or any kind of notes you want to take from either in the field into the office or the other way around, you can make all these annotations on their own layer and tag them separately. And you can export those right back on out, whether it's the whole PDF with the annotations, small screenshots of just the area you're working in. You can even do measurements, whether it's simple line measurements, area measurements, anything that you kind of need to get the job going. And PlanGrid's a really great, easy to use tool to get you there.
So as Ryan kindly showed, the handoff with the Autodesk Construction Cloud is pretty seamless. So whether you're in PlanGrid or BIM 360, the markup tools, the collaboration, it's all very seamless. So tying it all back from the hardware side, the mass data collection, very easy, very complex tools, but dialed down to a very simple workflow. The handoff between the Topcon and the Autodesk products is very seamless. So once we export the data, we get it in through recap and process through InfoWorks. Whether we want to do linear feature extraction, kick out surfaces, whatever it is, we can bring that data in Civil 3D. We can manipulate the data however we want, or we can go ahead and print for collaboration purposes.